It's the home of the Heat here in Miami as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Miami Heat, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ivy with it, picked up by Hero. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
That is ferocious. You said it. That was ferocious. Now the Heat with it. To the paint. Where? Good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Thompson. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The craftiness on his finish helped Thompson grab the whistle on that play.
The Pistons have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
And now, Adebayo pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Heat shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Iverson. Now Cunningham tries to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send him double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Cunningham. Following the miss by Bam Adebayo. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
With those kind of handles, man, Cade Cunningham, a special talent.
Iverson with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Hero. He can't hit that time. Cunningham with some nice D. The Pistons lead it. To the middle. Here's Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
This is why Durant shoots such a high percentage. He picks those smart shots within his range.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Pistons making a change here. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And it's sent back by Hill. Cunningham right side. The kick out to Hill. A floater. Wiggins with some nice D.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Iverson. And both free throws good for Iverson. So it's Detroit now. There's the lob to Duren. You can't get that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
From 10 feet out, Herro, no good.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here is Harris. Still yet to score.
Banging around, trying to move guys around defensively. Tobias Harris showing he's got a little bit working tonight.
Here's Iverson. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Duren. Pass to Ivy. And stolen by Iverson. Kicks it out to Herro. Down low. Adebayo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Herro has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Herro is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
Now, Herro, after Grant Hill misses, poke loose. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Herro. Clock at 4. Miami needs to get a shot off. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Outside, Herro. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Detroit leading by just one.
The Pistons, 13.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And Holland gets it to go.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Good ball movement here by Miami. On the wing, Iverson. They set the pick to the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And now the Pistons fast break. Count the basket. Holland got 4 points in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Detroit?
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
And it's Miami with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. From T. Iverson. Holland with the rebound.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Clarkson. Pass to Holland. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Detroit making a switch. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Clarkson, still without a basket. Pass to Holland. Can't convert the two-handed jam. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Deep 2 from Clarkson. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Mitchell. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Here he goes. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Ware. Pass to Jovic. Back to Iverson. Makes that one after missing his first 6 shot attempts. 1 for 7 and hungry for more.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one of them.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Back to Mitchell. Pass to Ware. Here's Jovic. Here's Iverson. Holland with the rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Now, here's Clarkson. He has yet to score. Tries the spin move. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And Duren slams it in.
Such a great offensive rebounder. It's so hard to keep Jalen Duren off the glass there.
And timeout is called by Erik Spoelstra. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Make some noise once again for your Miami Heat dancer.
The Heat trailed by 13. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Heat have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And Hero, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
And he drives in. Ivy with the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Where, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Heat trailed by 13. Inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. It's stolen by Cunningham. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And they'll get another chance. They get it again. Back to Duren. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 6 points here for Jalen Duren.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Cunningham. It's hauled in by the Heat. Hawkins outside. Russell with a wide open look. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. The Heat trailed by 12 and stolen by Ivy. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Hill with it. Iverson picks him up. Here's Duren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, a former lottery pick in Jalen Duren, and what you love about him is he plays with energy and great passion.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Pass to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. And he trims the lead to single digits. Heroes got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Heat. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham with the slam.
And Cade getting up that time.
And so here is Miami. 11-point game. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Pistons leading by 8. Hill inside. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
What a basketball journey for Simone Fontecchio. I love saying that name, Brent. Moving at 14 to chase his dream.
Well, Kevin, your accent is so good. How could you not want to say that name? Yes, of course. Hailing from Italy, this guy played at the top levels in Europe. And at the age of 27, finally made his way over to realize his dream of being an NBA player. This guy is skilled, and he's making some great adjustments to find a role in this league.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Ivy. The kick out to Cunningham. He takes it in, and the shot is good. Cunningham's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. They trail by 14. From down in the low post, it goes. He's got 9.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Pass to Ivy. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Rebound by the Heat.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Here's Hero. And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Count it. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the night.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And here's Iverson outside. It's Cunningham with the rebound.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Iverson outside. Looking to end his cold spell. That's tipped.
Always good to see that kind of activity from Duren on defense.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Going inside. The kick out to Hill. And stolen by Iverson. Pass to Ware. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Make some noise one more time for your Heat utensils.
Pistons leading by 12. Clarkson outside, and that one is good. Clarkson's got his first basket of the night.
Got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money. A star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. There's the pick. Here's Hero. Ware. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Intelligent play there by Hero. Upsets the defense and then hands it off for the assist. This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
It's tipped. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 4 points this quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Outside, Hero. There's a good screen. The teardrop falls in. Heroes got 11 points.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Offline from the top of the key. It's stolen by Hill. Pass to Duren. And that one is off. It's deflected. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And so is Detroit in command with a 6.
Pistons, 53.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Sasser with it. Pass to Holland. Back to Sasser. That's tipped. Fast break, here they come. The 3 from Iverson. They grab their own miss. It's a pick by Love. Lets it go from deep. And Allen Iverson, good for the 3. Iverson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Heat.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
The Heat trailed by 13. Off target at the rim. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
To the inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Detroit with the rebound.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
Pistons leading by 17. Clarkson for 3. Jaquez with the rebound. Mitchell right side. Shoots over Clarkson. Here's Iverson. It's deflected. It's tipped. Here's Holland. The 3 sinks the triple. And the Pistons lead by 20.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Just been really inefficient. 5 turnovers. You know, it's as if he's playing for the other team.
Number 14.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Will it go? That one's not going to go. Pistons leading by 20. And here's Clarkson. Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds.
Timeout.
Last touch by Jaquez. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Make some noise. Attention fans, back on the court is your ice squad. Stand by. Okay, everybody, give a hand for your Heat ice squad.
Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters. And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding. Yeah, that miss might stick with them for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Moiso. Chalk up 2 there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Iverson. Lays it up off the glass.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Pistons.
Down low. Here's Moiso. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And maybe that's why he's nicknamed Bam. Taking contact, bam, bam.
Here's Moiso. It's stolen by Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Pistons.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Duren.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second team foul. Now at the line, Davion.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Goes up on the high post. Offensive rebound. Ivy, no one around him. Off target from outside. Rozier with the ball. Grant Hill covering. And it's Wiggins missing. And so it's Detroit with the ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
The assist.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Ivy. Sweet little floater.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Puts up a deep 3. No good. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin to come into an opponent. it.